Turn on the torch, light up the flame. Time to melt some glass, my friend. There you are. Here I am to explain, to teach, and create again. Welcome to my humble abode. I tried to use my old webcam situation to make a little lizard figurine, as you can see, nice and pretty. But the old webcam, I tried to do it at a high resolution and it couldn't take the high resolution. So I also, as you can see in front of the torch, is a newer sun lens so that you could see what is going on inside the flame. And this is just a test for the next. All right, let's do this. This is a test for the next 60 seconds. This station will conduct a test of the emergency broadcast system. Right. Okay. I'm going to just play it by ear, let it go, and go from there. This is a piece of dichroic. And yes, you've seen me do it before, and I'm going to do it again and again. This one is, the colors in it are a violet. When it's put up to the light, you can see that color, and the metallic film shine is gold. Okay? So, first thing I'm going to do is one of the quickest ways that I work with dichroic and get some very nice results for like pendant pieces and stuff like that is that right now I'm going to, I haven't been. I've only been working with my 5mm concentrator. But now I decided to go ahead and put the 10mm concentrator on. 10mm. 10 liter per minute. 10 liter concentrator on also as well. Because I want to get it done faster. Right? Right. The more flame you have, the bigger things you can do. And the faster you can do them, if you do them right. But no matter how much flame you have, if you're not in control, you can't create as well. So if you need to be in control with a smaller flame to begin with, control with a smaller flame. Okay? And here we go. I believe I've got it to about the size that I want it. I'm going to get it nice and orange, and I'm going to press it onto that cold piece of dichroic, like so. And now it's embedded. Film side is down into the glass, and as you can see, it's got some nice sparkly glittery sparkle going to it right now as well. What I do also, or what I do now, is I layer color, so like a back color, because I tend to stretch it out and like the glitter effect more than I like the concentrated one metal all shine going on. Okay? I like the glitter effect. All that glitters, people will pay the gold for. One of my many little thoughts for the day. The other one is when you're working at a show and you're inside, or if you're at a mall or something and you're working away. When it rains, they pour in, meaning they get out of, if they're tourists and they're out in the sun, but if it's raining, they can't go out, so they come in and they shop, basically. Another one of my sentiments or thoughts for the day, I guess you could say. Okay. Now, the dichro is covered with a jade green color, so it should have a golden green shine to it, or gold shine with green background. And now I'm, as you can see, just crimping, and I'm going to snap that off. Do a weld there, And I'm going to end up stretching it into a lizard, like I showed on the last video, and it didn't turn out very well. So, oh well. Right. Now, here we go. Stretch it front to back. Let it start to flow. There it goes. And you're not pulling it hard and mean. You're just sort of stretching and flowing. Okay? Fold and a feed and pull method where you feed and feed and you pull at another location. It's kind of hard to explain, easy to do once you get the hang of it. Now, here we go. This side is going to be the head that's near my right, and the tail is going to be over here near my left. Now, one of the things that I want you to control and understand is your right and left hand are going to be working together when you're working glass. Whether it's turning the same speed or turning a little bit less and a little bit more in the other direction so that you can twist a swirl pattern going on inside something, or if you need to make a 90-degree angle, instead of going like this with one hand, it's easier to go boom. There you go, you got a 90-degree angle. That's the way you've got to look at it. You've got to learn to control your hands together, and it's like learning to play the piano or anything else. You learn to work together on both sides of your body to do things so that it cooperates. Okay. Now I'm going to press that a little bit. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's here at October in North Carolina, and yes, you can see my breath, which is interesting because usually by October you're still short pants, short shirt. Interesting. I usually put a little curve or S curve or L bend or upwards bend to where the head is compared to the body. Two reasons. One, heads are usually above the body itself. And two, I usually put a loop underneath it for the pendant piece. Okay? Okay? Okay. 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 Now, it's going to be more or less a straight body until I finish it, and then I will put some S curves going like it's alive and well. I like my lizards to look like they're just about to walk away from me. That's another thing about my animals and pets that I make. You don't have to, they look nice, you don't have to clean up after them, and you don't have to feed them. There we go, one eye. Always try to put eyes on it, even if it's just colored dots. And yes, I did some eye milli, but it was just quicker at this point to do the colored dots. Legs. I usually complement the same color that I put as the base coat behind the dichroic for the legs. In this case it was jade green, so I'm continuing with that theme. I'm hoping you're getting this, but I'm going to let it go. See it, you see it, and if you don't, you don't. I like the shade of the sunglasses over the welding shades, because the welding shades, I sort of had to tilt my head to one side to see what was going on inside the flame. But with these shades, I can look right into the lens and still see what's going on inside the flame, which is good. And also so that you can see what's going on inside the flame. That's what I'm after, okay? Now, as you see, most of the legs or my lizards are what I call the L bend, where I do and go out a little bit, let it cool, bend it a little bit, heat up some more, and pull outward and pull it off. And that's the L bend to the lizard, or the L bend to the leg. You'll learn to control that glass. You just got to want to and not get too frustrated with it. Learn to let that glass flow. Very important. Okay? Now I'm at the point where I can start making it look alive. I usually bend the head in one direction, like so. Now, if you make these small enough, you can make them into earrings. And the only problem with making earrings is usually you have to make them mirror images of the one from one side to the head to the other, which is pretty cool. And yes, I do that all the time, but at the moment, I don't have to. Okay? Now, toes. I usually put 2 toes on most of my lizards. And the one thing about watching each one of these videos that I do on lizards is you'll learn something new about each, something new I didn't mention in the last one. Or you might see me do a stroke, or you might see me melt the glass in a certain way that you didn't see before. When you're putting 2 pieces of glass together that you want to stay there, you fuse the 2 pieces together. You make 1 piece of glass, not 2. As you can see, that's what that orange to orange glow, when you're putting them together, makes the difference. It really does. If you can see the seam about where you put the glass leg or the little toes, you got to work at it. Okay? Now I'm going to move these around a little bit too. Oops, that one got a little bit too much in the flame. I don't know if you saw it slump, but I did. Yeah, these toes are a little bit big. But it's a caricature of a lizard. It's not actually a lizard. So. And the thing that you can do now is heat and shape each leg in the direction that you want it to go in. Like it's walking away. Like it's moving around. Okay. Now I'm going to bring the side that's closer, even closer together. There we go. I'm even going to bend the head in the direction, in the other direction a little bit more. Practice, practice, and keep practicing, folks. It doesn't happen overnight. But you can control glass if you want to. Now, I'm going to put a cold weld. And the difference between a cold weld and a regular good weld is you get the thing you're going to do the cold weld with usually hot. Wait a little bit and then touch it too. And then it's sort of like glue. And then when you tap it off, it should tap off in the same spot. But yet it'll give you hold and capability to work that piece so you're not sitting and holding your fingers to a hot piece of glass. And there we go. Nice little curlicue going on. And we got ourselves another thing about me making multiple amounts of these animals, I'm going to start selling these figurines that I do, like so, on Facebook with the URL to these figurines. And I've done it a couple of times. And I've also given away some of these pieces to friends and stuff. And they can know that they can look at it time and time again how it was made. Now again, the cold weld should tap right off. Fire polish. And there you go. One little lizard. Thanks for watching and enjoy.